Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thanks, Jess. Hello. How are you? How's the sound? How do I look? Hey, Jack. Good to see you. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to all the people who celebrated Thanksgiving. I just got done having lunch after working, and I didn't put the schedule in, so give me a moment. We've got a whole new schedule for December. We're starting on a new day this month. How's everybody? How are your holidays? If you celebrated, what'd you do? There we go. That was fast. Hey, good morning, Joanne. Welcome to you, my friend. So, Joanne and I did something really cool last week. Thank you again, Joanne, for your help. I greatly appreciate it. We recorded the first ever Questions for the Council, which is a monthly video that I'm recording with help from some of you guys for subscribers to my newsletter. Oh, you can't stay for the journey, Jack? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, we can catch up later. It was so cool and so fun. Our dear friend Peter Brook had some amazing questions for the council, and the answers were pretty interesting. I was nervous and excited about the whole thing, but it came off really well. So if this is the kind of thing that you're curious about, for those of you who are new, hi, my name's Greg Phillips. I'm a Heart Wisdom Guide. I guide people into the depths of their hearts, and I use energy readings, energy healing, channeling, general loving guidance, and something that we're going to do today, which we call Sacred Energy Journeys. And I work with a particular group of guides called the Council of Seven. So it was a great opportunity to just sit and chat with them, and Joanne loved it. I haven't checked on any of the feedback from it yet, but it was really truly cool experience. So if you ever have any questions that you want to ask the council about anything, about spiritual concepts, about life concepts, about them, about, I don't know, the universe, about anything really, personal stuff, questions regarding a family member, yes, please do feel free to join my newsletter. It's really the best way to stay informed and connected with what I have going on. I put my schedule in, everything that's in and outside of Insight Timer. Every issue of the newsletter, I release what's called a micro journey. If any of you follow me on social networks, you might have seen them. I know Jack loves them. Hey, Mary Lou, good to see you, dear. It's been a while. Yeah. So the newsletter is the, what do they call it? Penultimate way to stay connected with me. I also share a message, an inspirational, insightful message every time I send it out. So also new schedule. So next Wednesday, we have the Celebrate Love Party like we do every first Wednesday. And then I'm trying Thursdays out for December. With this new job that I have, I'm finding myself quite busy, and nicely so, because I get paid for it, during the first half of the week. So Wednesdays is feeling a little, not sure if my energy is enough on Wednesdays. And Fridays is kind of like when I'm ready to shut down and regenerate and relax. So I'm going to try Thursdays next month. Yes. Oh, thank you, Jack. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I will be bringing the micro journeys to Insight Timer as audio tracks. I have 3 micro journeys, and they're just lovely. This last one, we were floating on the ocean, and a storm came through. And then I brought everybody down into the depths of the ocean, the peace, the calm, the stillness, the beauty down there, and then back up to the surface after the storm had passed. It's one of our favorite journeys historically. And hey, I see my buddy Gary. How are you, Gary? Is anyone new? Please feel free to say hi. I also see John. Where did John go? Hello, hello. Mary Lou, I am in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I got here in October after being in Utah for 3 months. and just last night decided where's next. So it's funny that you're asking where I'm situated, because I'm on the verge of resituating. I decided, with my dear friend's help, who I'm staying with, we had a really cool Thanksgiving at a friend of hers house, and partway through, people were saying, "Oh, so are you gonna hang around? You're gonna be here for Christmas? What's your plan?" And my friend shared that I've been thinking about going to Tucson, which I have been thinking about but haven't decided. But I've also been thinking about lingering and staying here in Fort Collins, and it really triggered I don't feel at home here. And on the way home, she asked how the party was for me, and it was a really good party. But I also was feeling really deep sadness on the way home, and I just started bawling my eyes out. I was like, I just want to go home. I want that feeling of being home. And we talked some more when we got home, and I cried some more, and like, it just, everything sort of suddenly got clearer, and she helped me see that where I'm really anything short of where I'm really wanting to be is settling on my dreams. So she said, she looked at me with the most amazing loving heart and eyes, and she said, "Honey, just go to Tenerife. That's where you want to be. That's where you feel called. You have all this alignment, all this powerful stuff. That's what's exciting for you." And I was like, yeah, it's also the most scary. But as you guys who have been with me for months know, I decided back months ago, like late spring, early summer, that is where I want to settle. So I'm going to go. I'm going to basically do a 3-month trip there. And if I love it, I'm going to figure out how to stay. So yeah, next step, buying flights and looking at apartments and all sorts of stuff, or looking at where to stay and whatnot. I know, I am so excited. I'm hugely relieved, and I am absolutely scared out of my mind. It's so funny. Allison, hi, good to see you, dear. Nice to see you today. Oh, you were researching Tucson. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I couldn't. Every time I thought about staying here, I'd never felt like this was home. And even though my friend has an amazing community of people, they're just lovely. They're like us. And some of them actually have begun following me on Insight Timer, which I'm really appreciative of. It's just never felt like home, and it's too cold for me. Quite honestly, this morning it was 20 degrees, and I'm not wanting to stay in that. And then Tucson is warmer, but I don't know anybody there. And the more that we talked about it, typo. Yeah, and I feel really called to be in Europe as well. The more and more we talked about it, when we'd like talk about Tucson, and then I would think, but if I'm going to spend money on a flight from Denver to Tucson, why not put that money towards a flight from Denver to Tenerife, Canary Islands? If I'm going to spend money renting an apartment in Tucson or finding a sublet or something, why am I wasting money somewhere I'm not wanting to be? Like, what? It was all just rational thinking, not like really where my heart wants to be. So yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to Tenerife. So for some of you, that will be a big schedule change. Joanne, I think it might actually be a smidge better for you. Because I think it's an exact 12-hour difference or something. I'm not sure. It's GMT, whatever that works out to. Yeah, so that's my exciting Thanksgiving news. Did not expect that to come. I had a feeling I'd get some clarity about other things for Thanksgiving, but I didn't expect that. So I feel incredibly relieved, really excited, and there's a part of me, I don't emotionally feel scared, but there's that part of me that somehow feels scared. Oh, I don't know. Grenada's in the Caribbean, isn't it? Yeah, that's way far from the Canaries. The Canaries are off the coast of Morocco. Anyways, so that's enough from me. What did you guys do yesterday? If you celebrated Thanksgiving, how did you do it? How did it go? How are you feeling? Thanks. Well, I always love being here with you guys too, Jack. It is an hour behind you. It's still a day different, though. No, really? GMT. It's right on GMT. So right on Greenwich Mean Time. Also, yeah, anyways, so, but yesterday. Really? I thought it was the exact same time. Have to look again. We'll figure that out. Anywho, how was your Thanksgiving for people who'd celebrated it? Tell me, do talk, do say. Yes, yes, yes. Anyone new? Say hi. Today what we're going to do is a mashup. So instead of you guys picking whether we go on a spirit walk or on a soul journey, we're going to do both with the theme of giving thanks. And I have a really cool starting imagery for us, which I think is cool. Jack says, we don't celebrate over here, but I kind of practice my own gratitude. Oh, that's cool. Well, right? Gratitude, something to practice every day. Could be different because of daylight savings, yeah. Allison, how are you? Hey, Hannah! Hannah with the glasses. Oh, God, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? It's been a while since I've been here. I moved back to my hometown recently. Where's your hometown? Well, easy, Jack, because some folks don't like Thanksgiving in the U.S. because of the ties to the abuses that the white men were doing to the Native Americans. So I do it just to celebrate thankfulness. And the food's yummy. Yeah, but you know, there's always something. Somebody always has a perspective on something. Who knows if it's right or wrong? You know, just like people have perspectives about the commercialization of Christmas when it's the celebration of Christ's birth. To me, it's a festival of lights, you know. And then, what do we got? Solstice and everything. It's different. Everybody's got a different view. Allison says that Canadians celebrated Thanksgiving last month, so we instead enjoy a quiet day at work while our American colleagues celebrated. I bet you don't have all that American chit-chatter. Very cool. How do you say that? Launceston, Tasmania. Ooh, is that how you say it? Launceston? That's cool. Launceston. Phonetically easy. Wonderful. Very cool, my friends. It's so good to see everybody. I'm looking forward to our journey today. If this is your very first time, sometimes first-timers think of this as a guided visualization, and fundamentally it is, but we actually go on an energetic journey based on the particular theme. And usually this particular live that I do, the spirit and soul sessions, is a choice between going on a spirit walk, which is where we journey into our hearts energetically to go meet one or more of our spirit guides and either bask in their love and support or gain wisdom and guidance from them. And then a soul journey is where we delve deep into our hearts energetically and we go to visit what I call a lost soul fragment. In my belief system, when we've experienced trauma or challenges or something that we just weren't able or ready to handle or face or manage in our lives, instead of it causing a scar, which it can, I believe that it breaks off a piece of our soul and that we tuck it away in our hearts for safekeeping until we're older and wiser, maybe more spiritually mature, or maybe just finally ready to meet it face to face, to embrace it and acknowledge it, and hopefully, not always, but hopefully reintegrate it into our hearts, into our soul. So today we're doing a mashup of those two things, and we're using the topic of giving thanks. So I'm really, really excited about it. Hey Dee, Sydney Oz here, 8 a.m. Saturday, rainy. Yes, indeed. Good morning to you. Nice to have you with us. Anyone else new want to say hi, tell us where you're from, and anybody can share about how they're feeling. Oh, thanks, Jack. She says, I love your way of explaining a soul journey. They're so powerful for inner child healing. They really, really are. And one might think of a soul journey as shadow work, and I believe that it is, but I don't mention it as necessarily that because I love this concept of the lost soul fragment. And I love this notion. I have no idea where it came from. It just bubbled up inside me one day, months ago. I love this notion that we've tucked it away for safekeeping, which means that it's not a bad thing. You know, it takes all that negative charge out of it. And it's like, oh, that's just like when we have our special coat that we only use on certain holidays. And what did we do? Well, we stored it away for safekeeping. There's nothing wrong with the coat when we're not using it, you know? And so when we go on a soul journey, I feel like it's an opportunity to meet that part of ourselves, to recognize it as a part of ourselves, and to help heal that if there's been any wounding. Hey, Carolina! Nice to see you, my friend. Autocorrect. Does walking in the rain energy without an umbrella change your soul journey? If that's what you're doing, Dee, everybody, I mean, no, it might have a certain impact for you, but it doesn't affect me. But if you meant by you, literally, yeah, it could, but wouldn't be. No, I don't think I think it's beautiful. Sounds good to me. You could be sitting, you could be driving. Sometimes Gary's out on walks. Sometimes people are playing with their pets or taking a nap. I mean, it works wherever you are. It works with wherever you are as well. All right, so I think we've got enough people to get started. See? Gary just made my point. He's driving. Yeah, don't close your eyes, buddy. Don't close your eyes, but you can be with us and be in the energy. Hopefully you will arrive safely where you're going. All right, my friends, let's get started. Welcome today. I'm so glad to have you here. Happy Friday, happy Sunday or Saturday morning. It's not Sunday yet. So if this is your first time, just relax. If you struggle with actually, quote unquote, seeing things or visualizing, don't worry about it. Don't get too attached to having to see something specific. Allow your intuition to inform you. And what's most important in any of these sacred energy journeys is how it feels. So listen to the words that I use, listen to the description, tap into the actual feeling and energetic essence of it, and you'll be just fine. It's not the visualizations that matter. It is where we go energetically that makes the difference. And one of the reasons I really, really, really love these journeys is because they pass over the realm of thought and speech, the realm of our ideas and our stories. They just skip right over them. They go right into the core of our hearts, into our very sacred energy. And our sacred energy is purely now. It does not exist in the past or the future, because everything energetically is now, is present, is in the moment. And so when we tap into that, that's where true meaningful transformation can occur. We just skip over all this stuff in our head and we just go right into our heart. So, all right, Jack, we'll see you later, dear. That's all right. It's good to have you even just for a short bit. All right. I invite you to close your eyes, place your feet flat on the floor if you can. I'm struggling with my positioning today, but we'll get there. Let me just double check something. Yep, everything's recording perfectly. Can everyone hear the music? How's the volume of that? Let me know how the music is, please. Should be faint, not louder than me. turn it up a smidge. There we go. How's that? Joanne can't hear it. All right, let me put it up a little bit higher. Better? All good. Fantastic. Cool. Wish there was like one perfect setting for that. Clear on headphones. Yeah, headphones would probably be easier. Alrighty. I invite you to close your eyes. Place your feet flat on the floor if you're sitting. If you'd like the extra help of touch, just place your left hand right on the center of your chest on your beautiful heart chakra. We're actually going to use that. You could use your right hand too, whatever works for you. And we're gonna use this new technique I've created for the micro journeys, for quickly getting into the beginning of the journey. So just place one or both of your hands on your heart space and begin just gently and lovingly, slowly patting your heart, tapping it with your palm, and repeat after me. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. I am here. I am here. I am here right now. You find yourself floating freely and gently in an empty, pitch black space. The air is the perfect temperature for your comfort, and you are in sort of a twirling motion. It's a very gentle spin while you are floating in the air, and you can feel that your body is gradually and very gently descending through this space. The twirl feels magnificent. It feels so light, like a feather. There is a sense of freedom, release, letting go. And far below you, you see a soft golden light that at first appears to be quite tiny, but as you continue to float your way downward, you find that the area that that light is covering is much larger than you first perceived. And as you slowly approach the ground within that circle of light, you stretch out one toe to meet the earth, gently descending onto the soles of your feet until the entirety of your body has tenderly landed on the ground. And you see a large platform in the center of this circle of light. And you notice out of the corner of your eye a slight bit of motion around the entire edge of this circle of light. And within a quick moment, a multitude of figures dressed in robes of white step forward from the shadows. And they seem to be reflecting the light of this circle, but in a much brighter way, as though they themselves are the very source of the light within which you stand. And you feel so much love emanating from them towards you. And once again, you turn your attention in the middle of the circle. There is a large platform there, and it is slightly raised above the ground. And directly in front of you, at the edge of this circular platform, is a single pole reaching up into the sky. And on that pole is the shape of your favorite animal. Perhaps this is a spirit beast or a spirit guide that you are currently aware of, or just an animal type that you love in the world today. It's there, beautifully carved in ornate detail, as a carousel ride seat. Take a moment and just look at the detail of this animal. Perhaps it is a wolf leaping through the woods, or a horse galloping, an eagle flying, or a butterfly flapping its wings. Whatever it is, take it all in, look for the details, be the mindful observer without story, without judgment, for this is of your own creation. This is the manifestation of your love. And you can feel that this carousel animal is lovingly calling you forward to go on a ride. And you take one step forward towards it, and then another, and then another, and you begin to realize that all the white robed figures from the edge of the circle are also taking one step forward in synchronization with you. And together, all of you reach the edge of this slightly raised platform, and you step up, taking a hold of the pole that is supporting the figure of your spirit animal, and you gently climb aboard as every single one of your guides steps onto the edge of the platform. And the carousel begins to move. Your spirit animal bobs up and down as you ride it, and all of your guides are twirling and dancing in celebration for your presence there today. You can hear a lot of woot-woots and cheers, whooping and hollering, laughter and joyous singing bits and snippets here and there. And every once in a while, as though someone was standing right next to you, whispering in your ear, though no one actually was near you, you hear a clear, beautiful voice sharing an important bit of wisdom. Whatever it is that you have been seeking guidance for today, they're addressing that question, that concern, that topic very directly. Listen closely, my friends. Take in every word. Perhaps it is a series of sentences or an explanation. It could be a short phrase or even just one or two simple words. But listen to what they have to say. Take it into your heart and know that this guidance was meant for you, for your support, for your growth, for your expansion as the very soul you are right now. And as you ride this carousel, You once again feel that feeling of joy and freedom and release that you felt as you were floating down from the emptiness. And there is a deep sense of comfort being surrounded by all of your spirit guides. And you look around at all of them dancing and swaying, twirling and singing, and you recognize some of them with your heart. You may not recognize them visually, but you can feel their familiarity to you. You can feel their love for you. You can feel how much amazing support and presence they are pouring in your very direction, and they are beaming bright with light. And you hear another crystal clear voice whispering to you, saying, "Look out toward the darkness." And as you turn your head to the side, looking out towards the edge of the circle of light, to the shadows that surround, you see shadowy figures cloaked in dust or cloud or dark stardust, emerging from the very shadows at the perimeter of the circle of light. They fill the entire perimeter of this circle of light, and yet they hold their shadowy forms. And as you spin round and round on the carousel, you realize that these are representations of not only those lost soul fragments that you have tucked away in your heart, but also the parts of yourself, the experiences that you have had in the past, the relationships, the encounters, the dialogues, all the different aspects that at some time and point or in some way still exist within you, but in which you are uncomfortable about. And that realization begins to slow the carousel until it reaches a full stop. Several guides help you off of your spirit animal ride and assist you in stepping down off the platform, and then in unison, every single guide steps off the platform but remains in a circle around it, looking outward toward all the shadowy figures. You don't know exactly what to do at this point. You can feel a crispness in the air, as though this moment is full of potentiality. But you're also a bit nervous about all the shadowy figures that are around the edge of the circle. And your guides sense this, and one very beautiful guide, whom you immediately recognize when you see them, steps forward and links arms with you and simply whispers to you, "Fear not, dear one, we are all here with you, supporting you on this journey. All is well, all is well, all is well." You feel a sense of lightness returning to you as they link arms, and together, gentle, slow step by gentle, slow step, the two of you walk towards the edge of the circle and approach one of the shadowy figures. And as you approach, that figure becomes clear. This figure represents everything you've ever been upset about, everything you've ever been angry about, and everything that you have ever railed against, fought against, resisted in any fashion. It fully embodies all of those times in which you insisted life go a certain way, and yet it didn't. And with the support of your beautiful spirit guide at your side, you simply look at this soul fragment, this shadowy figure, taking it in with no judgment, No stories, no analysis, no needing or wanting it to be any different than it is, and you simply acknowledge, yes, there is truth in what I am seeing. I have had times and still do have times in which I am resistant to the flow and synchronicity of life. I've had times which have frustrated and angered me. I've had times in which I've been pissed off, upset by an interaction, or just pushed back against everything. This is true. And in that moment of acknowledgement, the shadowy figure steps forward and gives you the biggest hug you have ever received. And whereas you thought this figure would be cold to the touch, they're warm and comfortable. This shadow around them feels familiar, but no longer necessary. And in that moment, the figure dissolves into stardust and melts into your heart. The guide, still linked arm in arm with you, brings you to the next location, to the next shadowy figure, and herein this figure steps forward, and you can look at its expression and you know that it embodies all the disappointment, all the sadness that you have ever experienced. And as you look and you see the tears dropping from their eye, you're startled to notice that they're also smiling brightly at you. They step a little bit closer and they simply whisper right to you, eye to eye, "Thank you for coming. I've been waiting so very long for this moment." Compassion wells up in your heart, for you understand the pain of waiting. You understand the sadness of the experience of life, the disappointments, the letdowns. And you lovingly place your right hand on their shoulder on the right side. Their tears ease, and they look at you again deeply in the eye, and they simply say, "Thank you. I needed this." And they too dissolve into stardust, but this time they hover around your entire body as stardust, and then in an instant are blown away into the wind. The guide leads you onward, and one by one you pass through and in front of various soul fragments that you recognize but don't necessarily stop in front of. The next one that you stop in front of happens to be the figure of a person. Take a good long look at them. They're not you. There's someone with whom you have had conflict with. It matters not whether they initiated the conflict or you did, for it was all a shared experience that you both contributed to. And in this place of light, supported by your spirit guides, you muster up the courage to look this figure in the face. And if in your heart of hearts you feel that it's appropriate for you to apologize, you simply say to them, "Thank you, and I'm sorry." They step forward and clarity forms around their figure, and they look you deep in the eye, and they also say, Thank you, and I'm sorry. And you realize that you no longer need to hold on to this. So you place your hand lovingly on the center of their chest and you simply say, I release you. They bow deeply in gratitude and turn and walk back into the shadows. Once again, the guide leads you onward, but this time the shadowy figures are not so shadowy. As you have been facing and meeting each one of the more shadowy ones, a lightness is spreading across all the figures that remain. The next one that you stop before, that your guide leads you to, is smiling ear to ear, as though they are about to burst forth in laughter. And you realize, this is the aspect of me that celebrates life. Yes, this aspect has seen trials and tribulations, but this is the aspect of me that is always looking for the positivity. This is the aspect of me that is always trying its best to feel better, even just one moment, one iota at a time. This is my joy, my excitement, my passion, even for the smallest of things, for the most delicious bites of food, for the shade of light that the sun puts out close to dusk. This is the part of me that embodies my capacity for joy. And you can't help but hug this particular figure, for you recognize how powerful their presence is in your life. Whether your life has been full of joy or sparse in joy, they are a powerhouse for you. And you may be at a moment in time in which you truly can learn from them, and so you embrace them with all your heart, and they simply melt into your body. You can feel your heart swelling with the joy, the amount of joy that they represent. And your guide continues to lead you onward. You stop in front of a figure who is kneeling in prayer. You look at them long and hard. How are they dressed? What do they look like? How old are they? This is the part of you that longs for spiritual connection, that seeks it as best you can, the part of you that reveres spirit, who honors the importance of energy, of soulfulness, the part of you that loves spiritual endeavors. They represent this very part of you from your personality standpoint. And you reach down and you help them gently stand up. And you invite them to take your other arm, for you recognize at this time in your life, this particular aspect is incredibly important to you. This may be a new recognition, or it may be a lifelong one. But at this moment in time during this journey, you recognize their importance, and you wish to have them arm in arm with you as often as possible. And so you invite them to take your other arm, and they link with you, other arm, and they begin walking again. And at this point, all figures have been cleared except for one. And this one is different. This one is dressed or surrounded or enveloped in not shadow and not light, but the most magnificent swirling of different rainbow-colored energies. This one barely has form or figure. This one is so shiny and so bright that you think that you cannot quite look at them, but as you observe them, your eyes adjust and you can see the brilliance of every single color of the universe that is swirling around them. It's not rapid, it is gentle, but it is rhythmic, as though this figure's very presence is a song that inspires the movement of the light and energy around them. And you find that for somehow, magically, and for some reason, standing in front of this particular figure has placed you in the center of the circle of light. There's no more carousel, and all of your guides are surrounding you at this moment. The one that is linked with your arm leans towards your ear and whispers, "This is who you really are, and you have only been able to meet, see, and witness this part of you because of the presence, the acceptance, and the thankfulness that you have brought to all your other parts today." And you look upon this figure of rainbow-colored light with such awe, for they are truly beautiful. There are no words that can describe how they feel, what they look like. And you realize the guide is right. This is who I truly am. For I am spirit, I am energy. I am part of all that is, and all that is part of me. And you take what appear to be hands of the figure in yours, and the guides begin to perform a soothing, gentle chant. And as they slowly raise their voices, stronger and stronger, together with this rainbow-colored aspect of who you really are, you begin to float again, slowly and gradually rising up, 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 up. The circle of light is growing smaller beneath you, but you feel this incredible warmth from above. And as you fly together higher and higher, twirling and swirling around each other, you look above and you see the light from the room in which your body is, and you can see your body. And after another moment, you and this beautiful rainbow-colored figure arrive in the very room that your body sits in right now, and you stop for a moment, noticing how incredibly serene and peaceful you look, sitting in your chair or walking in the rain. And you feel a kind of love for yourself that you have never, ever felt before. And you know in that moment that no matter what is going on in your day-to-day world, you are well. That you are perfect exactly as you are. And as you recognize this fact, the rainbow-colored being squeezes your hand tightly, and you feel the entirety of their essence funneling into your hand, up your arm, and filling your chest, spreading out to all of your limbs and up even into your head and to the top of your crown. You feel as though you are filled with this rainbow-colored light. And you know that today's journey is now complete. And so you gently step towards your body, re-entering it with ease and grace and love. Slowly become aware of any single body part that may need a little bit of wiggling, stretching, adjusting. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Another deep breath in and out. And a last deep breath in through the nose, and when you exhale, make it audible. Give it sound, movement, and breath. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, coming back to the moment, to the here and the now. Hi, David. Welcome. And welcome to anyone who's joined since we started the journey. Welcome back. I always need a big drink of water after these. Take a moment, allow yourself to integrate. See how you're feeling. Hi, Inga. Allison says, beautiful. Just going to take a minute to write all that down. How was that, my friends? Good, David says. And fear not. If you missed any of it, if you fell asleep, if you don't remember a darn thing, that's okay. Trust that your very essence has received the gift of the journey on an energetic level. And also, I record all these, so this will be up probably in a few hours. If you ever want to watch the replay, you can go to my teacher's link. It's on my tube of you on YouTube. Basically use that channel as a library for everything that I record and make for your guys' benefit. Oh, Bella. Bella says it felt amazing. Wonderful. How's everybody feeling? This is now the time that we like to take to share about the journey, any messages you got, any impressions, insights, sensations. If you don't feel like sharing, no pressure. We just like to celebrate people's healing and breakthrough. So if you don't want to share in public, don't worry about it. But if you do feel like sharing about your journey, anytime is good from now on. Also, If something happened that you're not clear about, that you'd like some clarity around what happened in the journey, feel free to ask that, and I'll check in with the guides and the Council of Seven and see if they have any wisdom and insights to share with you about it. That one was really powerful for me. You too, David? What was your experience? That was a first. We've never done one like that. So it was cool. I like these mashups too. If you are absolutely gobsmacked or still napping, that is totally fine too. Aisha, good to see you. You came in late. It was lovely and peaceful to just be a witness. Oh, so good to have you here. Did you change your picture? You did change your picture, I think. I don't know. Awesome. I'm glad it was lovely and peaceful. It's not such a bad thing, David. Hello, Linda. I am so late clearing snow. Wanted to say hi. Good to see you, dear. How have you been? Snow in lovely Michigan. All your flowers are covered. Take your time, my friends. This one was so potent that you may be needing to integrate. Oh, very cool, Aisha. I love that. It's nice to show your face sometimes. Oh, Linda says it's 11 degrees wind chill. I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. Brutally cold. David, I am live next on Thursday, December 5th. That's going to be readings from the heart. I'm trying a new day starting in December. The next opportunity to go on a journey with me would be next Wednesday at the Celebrate Love Party, which you can sign up for at my teacher link. This is something that we do for the community every first Wednesday of the month, and the focus is on love. It's a sacred energy journey focused on love, and if you're looking for making a deeper connection with other folks in the community, having a beautiful level of sharing, or just wanting to experience these journeys but in a much deeper, more meaningful way, we do it on Zoom, which makes it very personal and extra powerful, and it is really, really lovely. Thanks, Aisha. She says, Greg, I hope you've been as happy and as well as you can be. I am. I have been. Yes, thank you. How have you been? Yeah, so we're trying Thursdays for lives on Insight Timer. So here on the schedule, my hand doesn't show when I go like that. Here on the schedule, so that's Readings from the Heart on December 5th. Can you see that? Is there something in the way? I think there's something in the way. Something in the way. Yeah, I had some of my settings got messed up while I was helping a friend. There we go. That might be a little more visible. Or is the heart blocking it? It's the heart blocking it now. How's that? There, that's visible. Can everybody see that? That's the schedule. So yeah, December 5th, Readings from the Heart. December 12th, 2 p.m. That'll be Soul or Spirit and Soul Session. That one we'll do you get to pick whichever one you want to go on. So yeah, those will be Thursdays at 2 for the next few weeks. And I'm not sure what we're going to do for the Christmas holiday. Let's see. Oh, we'll probably stay with Thursdays because Christmas holiday is a Wednesday, so that's another reason I am trying a different day. Yeah, so we'll probably do Thursdays all of December and see how that feels. So feel free to mark your calendar. Now, times of the lives are going to change probably in a month because I'm going to be heading to a new location again. So, I don't have details yet, but last night I decided that I'm finally going to go to where I've been wanting to go since February, and that is Tenerife, Canary Isles. So I am headed there. I will be on GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Sorry, I mashed all the words together. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, same time as the UK. And so I haven't figured out what the schedule will be for that because that still feels like it is way in the future. But I will still do lives. However, it's not going to be at this exact same time. It's probably it could be pretty different. Yeah, big wow, right, Linda? Been talking about it since the spring, and finally can happen thanks to this amazing part-time job that I got, as well as thanks to all of your generosity. For anyone who has ever shared a donation with me over time, I greatly and deeply appreciate it. It really helps. I mean, before I got this job, it helped pay some bills, not everything, but it did make a difference, and it still does. So if you feel called in your heart to share your abundance with me, I welcome any and all donations. If you're on an Apple device, I strongly recommend that you go to my teacher link and use one of the alternate forms of donating, because Apple is still taking 30% of your donation on an Apple device from anywhere in the Insight Timer app. Still sad to say, but that's the truth of it. Yay, yes, I know, super yay. Excited for that. Anybody want to share about their journey or have any questions about their journey? Or are we just all so chilled or gobsmacked that there is nothing to say? Which is fine too. For those who came in late, if you love what I do, if you like this energy, if you like my vibe, my goofiness and my soulfulness, and you want more of it and you want to keep informed, please do check out my newsletter. It's a weekly newsletter. It's called the Heart Wisdom Weekly. I love that title and I love my newsletter. Each week I share an insightful message, as well as my entire schedule, both on and off of Insight Timer. And at the end of the newsletter, I share a freebie, and usually it's what's called a micro journey. So take this and shrink it down to a 5 to 10 minute experience, which is something that you can utilize any time of the day. So these micro journeys have been really fun to make, and people are responding really well to them. Jack from the UK finds it really helpful at any time of the day. So eventually the micro journeys are going to be on Insight Timer. I just made that decision today. I'm going to turn them into audio tracks and post them on Insight Timer. So it's going to be cool. I'm going to be having semi-weekly content coming out on Insight Timer finally. Super fun, and something that you guys can use, like I said, whenever, anytime during the day. You can use it to start your day. You can use it in the middle of the day, whatever. So these micro journeys are that. But the real cool thing about the newsletter is that every month, me and one of our fellow participants, meditators from the community here, who helps me. I have 3 different helpers right now. We're recording a very special thing called Questions for the Council. So if you have any questions for them, that's an exclusive offering just to newsletter subscribers. And Joanne helped me record the first one this last week on Tuesday, and it was really, really fun and super cool. I haven't even re-listened to it all, but it was really neat to feel some of the answers that the council gave. Peter was asking who they are, where they're from, why they're here. Somebody was asking personal questions. It was really pretty cool. Oh, thanks, Allison. The first half. Yeah, we're trying to keep it to about an hour or less so that it is digestible. Oh, I'm glad you think it's great. And you're gobsmacked, just sort of in awe. It's very cool. Well, my friends, any comments, questions, curiosities? Otherwise, we'll break early because I think everyone's gobsmacked. I love that. And I'm out of water. Have you noticed one of my ears keeps disappearing? It's funny. It's because there's these pillows behind me and I think they're, yeah, right there. It's so funny. Anyways, let's wrap up then and we'll do a beautiful little closing meditation. I invite you to close your eyes, feet flat on the floor again. Place your left hand gently on your forehead. Make sure your arm is relaxed and place your right hand on your heart chakra. And just feel into what it feels like for those hands to be touching those particular spots on your body. Spirit, thank you for this time together today. It is so remarkable and so amazing that we can come together from disparate locations all over the planet, that we can share this time and space together today and feel as though we truly are together. Thank you for connecting us through you. Thank you for every single part of who we are, every single aspect of ourselves, which together forms our whole, which together, when we honor and respect and accept and allow, which together, when we embrace every single part, we simply are well. For we recognize from this journey today that to resist or invalidate any given part of ourselves is really invalidating all of us. And none of us really, truly wants to invalidate every single aspect. And so we thank you today, Spirit, for the opportunity to embrace all the different parts of ourselves. For as we embrace, in that depth of allowing, when we bring love into that embrace, we truly experience transformation, healing, acceptance, serenity. And as we found, we experience who we truly are. So we thank you, we love you. Thank you to all the guides. Thank you to all the angels. Thank you to all of our family, our friends, everybody we have in our lives, everyone who has helped us learn and grow and expand. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, my friends, I'm going to let you go unless there's any more comments. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing anyone who wants to come to the Celebrate Love Party next week. You do need to register here to get the Zoom link. It's a lovely time. It truly is. I cannot express how amazing it is to just hang out and be able to talk and go on journeys and just support each other. Otherwise, I will see you at the next live stream, December 5th, Readings from the Heart. We'll be checking in with the council to answer your questions. to get readings for you guys. And then after that will be December 12th, Spirit and Soul Session, where you get to pick between a spirit walk or a soul journey. You're welcome, Allison. Thank you, Mary Lou, as well. All right, I am going to go do a little bit more work and then enjoy my weekend. I'm sending all of you much love and so much blessings. Thank you so much again for being here. It is your guys' presence here that makes this so amazing for me and possible, because otherwise I would just be sitting here talking to the emptiness. So thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. I'll send you off and take good care. Bye.